finally to do my final installment in the series I've been doing with the Harry Potter series. I have finally reached Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. This is the last installment, book 7 of 7. I have to say, rereading it, I totally remember why I liked it so much when I read it the first time, and I definitely understand why I didn't enjoy it as much rereading it. There's really not a lot to say about this book. Like I said, it's the final installment. And with that, I will just move forward into my likes and dislikes. So I'll start with my likes as I normally do. I really enjoy the fact that at the very beginning of the book, Ron talks about using this book he gets from Fred and George to allow him to better attract the girl he has a crush on. The dumb thing is this book is basically like, don't be a raging prick. And it instantly made me think of this meme, and my wonderful, loving husband made this most appropriate meme for this situation. That's really all I have to say. I found it super funny, and the parts of the book where it's blatantly talked about are just very humorous to me because of this. My second like is the development of Harry and Creature the House Elves relationship. A few like pretty major things happen, and it's really enjoyable to see that relationship develop. And then my third like is just the Deathly Hallows arc in general. I really liked that aspect of the story. I thought it added a little bit extra whimsy and a little bit more history to the world. And it was just really interesting to read and learn about. And those are my likes. I'll move to the dislikes here. My first dislike is the length and pacing, specifically in the front half of the book. They spend so much time with a lot of inaction in the front of the book. I think that could have been condensed without missing too much plot. I felt like the book would have dragged a lot less having gotten rid of that. My second negative is the character development. I understand this is the final installment in the series. I also understand that you can't give as much love and screen time to all the characters that the readers love, but there were a few characters specifically who I felt like they stagnated a little bit and that their character development left off too early. And then my third and final negative is something that ties more to situations in the previous books, and that is Voldemort's anger and Harry's reactions to it. As established in previous books, Harry has this connection that allows Voldemort's strong emotions to kind of leak through to Harry. The dumb thing is there's a few plot points here that actively go against what he's told to do in previous books, because Voldemort's anger and those situations have been used to manipulate them in the past, and it was very irritating to see that come to or trust in that to come to the fore again. And that's all I really have about my negatives. I'll jump into the characters. I just have a few quick things to say there. As I mentioned in my dislikes, there was some stagnation to the character development that was kind of sucky, because to me, it just meant that a few characters weren't going to get as much development as I would have hoped. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the characters, where they ended, where their arcs went, and just how they reacted to the final situations of the story. And like I said, I don't really have a lot to say. I was pretty quick on this section for once. And then I will go into my wrap up here with that. I gave this book kind of a 3.5, 4 out of 5. I put it up as 4 on Goodreads, but I'm kind of in between the two, because I loved this book when it first came out and the first time I read it. However, upon rereading it, there was a few more kind of plot holes and like conveniences and character issues that I had. And so reading it multiple times has kind of decreased my enjoyment of it. But I still remember picking it up the first time and being like, this is a 5-star book! Back when I was however old I was when this came out. The ending itself, that does a pretty good job of ending the series. The ending itself isn't too terrible. It's not my favorite, but she wraps most things up in a somewhat satisfactory way. And really what it comes right down to is, if you've read the other 6 books, I do recommend picking up this one. It is a good installment in the series, and while there are parts of the story that will leave you wanting more, there are a number of things that are wrapped up pretty effectively, so it's not too bad of a balance there. that's my short, spoiler-free book review. I really don't have a lot else to say about it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!